This is Natasha D'Souza reporting for SALT Voices, and I'm here at SALT Abu Dhabi with Danny Sebright, the president of the U.S.-U.A.E. Business Council. Welcome, Danny. Great to have you with us today.
Natasha, thanks for having me. Really appreciate the opportunity.
Now, SALT Abu Dhabi has everybody, not just in Abu Dhabi, but across the country excited. It's his first time here in this city. As the president of the U.S.-U.A.E. Business Council, especially with SALT's reputation as being a global thought leadership forum, what do you see, as SALT leaving as impact here within this, in the city here when it comes to, thought leadership?
Sure. Well, we work very closely with the U.A.E. leadership to bring the best-in-class American companies, the best-in-class American think tanks, organizers like SALT to come here and give Americans the opportunity to see what's going on in the U.A.E. and why this place is so different, and Abu Dhabi in particular. And I think SALT brings an amazing group of individuals together to come to the U.A.E. for the first time, the legacy being that they will all have a better perspective, a better understanding of why this place is so important, why it is so unique, why it is a leader that others in the region want to emulate for the future because of the progressive nature that they're taking in the way they're developing the country.
Could you dwell on that a little bit more for me? What makes Abu Dhabi distinctive? Within the region, I think there are certain things we can clearly say. The UAE is an island of stability. The leadership here has consistently been visionary and also aggressive in the goals that they set for the country's advancement. But maybe globally, Abu Dhabi's position, as a global city of repute, how do you see that place?
Well, first and foremost, just the geography makes Abu Dhabi a crossroads, and it always has historically, as we know, from the Silk Road times all the way forward in history. But now today, with global financial flows, with global aviation, with global shipping, Abu Dhabi is the natural linking point between Europe, between Africa, between China and the East, and Europe and the West. So north and south, east and west, the UAE and Abu Dhabi are this natural place where to crossroads, to come together. That coupled with Abu Dhabi's welcoming culture, welcoming the traveler is a theme that pervades Abu Dhabi and UAE society throughout history. Creating a place where folks from around the world who are traveling and journeying want to come, have better health care, have access to world-class museums and cultural institutions, world-class education institutions, shopping, whatever it might be. This is a natural hub, and it's going to be a real key hub for the future, for the next 20, 30 years in the history, in the global development of the world.
Actually, that's true. Abu Dhabi has already made history earlier this year when we had Pope Francis visiting, and of course the papal mass that was held in Abu Dhabi, which was the first of its kind in modern history. So I completely see what you mean about Abu Dhabi, I think, capturing the world's eyes.
And we brought the Special Olympics here. We worked very carefully and closely with the UAE government to bring the first ever World Special Olympics in Abu Dhabi this year as well, along with the Pope's visit, along with building the Abrahamic Center on Saadiyat Island, where we're going to have a mosque, a temple, and a synagogue for the first time together on Abu Dhabi Island. This is really amazing.
This is history. Abu Dhabi as a city clearly is making history. Right. Now, tell me about, you work a lot with American businesses naturally in your capacity as president of the U.S.-U.A.E. Business Council. What have American businesses contributed to the UAE over the years? And, how do you see their participation changing? In the coming years.
Right. So I'm a little biased here, obviously, because I'm an American and I represent American companies, but we bring to the table and have brought to the table the best in class in technology, the best in class in services, the best in class in knowledge and know-how for many, many years. And Abu Dhabi, the UAE, Dubai have always wanted to partner with American companies because of that. They've wanted to learn from us. We have come here, along with European companies, to help partner with them to help build and diversify their economy for the future. Our companies have been a key building block of that diversification strategy, if you will, and allowing the Emiratis to create best-in-class companies on homegrown here in the UAE.
Which is so vital.
Which is vital.
It's so intrinsic.
Incredibly vital. And expats, as you know, are 90% of the population here. We have over 80,000 Americans in the UAE living and working today. we have over 1,500 American companies set up and working in the UAE today. And that's because there's great opportunities to partner, great opportunities to bring the UAE to the next level of its development plans. And I tell all of my companies, don't come here to sell something you got. Come here first and foremost to learn what the Emiratis want and need, and then see if you have something that can help them in that process.
Come here,
that will be the
learn,
magic.
So come here, learn, do a lot of listening, and really give something the market truly
give
needs.
something that the market needs, and there you will find the partnership. That's the magic in the middle where the partnership will occur.
Okay. And now we also know there's a lot of Chinese businesses and Chinese entrepreneurs. I mean, not just in tech, but across the board, making their presence felt in the UAE, and palpably so. What does that mean for American businesses also, vying for attention and business in this market?
Well, first and foremost, I'm not one of those Americans that think that China should be that American companies should leave China and we shouldn't have a relationship with China. China is going to bring 1.5 billion middle-class consumers into the marketplace in their country in the next decade. And American companies need to be part of that, or we're going to lose out on a huge market for the future. That's not making products in China and sending them back to America. That's making products in China for the Chinese market, and we need to be part of that. That's why the UAE, in my view, is really smarter than we are at this moment. They get that, and they understand it, and they want to be part of it. Now, there's a place where American ingenuity and American know-how and American best-in-class still is maybe a cut above some of the things that the Chinese are doing, but that's changing. And we are watching that very, very carefully. And American companies have to learn how they partner in this region, maybe not just with the Emiratis, but how they start partnering with the Chinese as well, working successfully in this region for the future.
Okay, wow, fascinating.
No, I mean it's a paradigm shift.
It is,
but it's a shift that people have to really start thinking. You can't ignore 2 billion people,
True.
and the fact that they're going to have a market that's so large for the future. I mean, yes, we need to take care of ourselves, and we have big issues with China, but we don't solve those issues. America and China don't solve those issues by putting up walls. We solve them by finding ways to work together and solve the problems.
By breaking boundaries, shaking hands,
You
getting
got it.
business done.
Absolutely.
Great to have you with us, Danny.
Thank you so much.
It's been wonderful speaking with you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.